The heavy season may feel like it has taken over your whole life, but it has not. It may feel like the weight has become part of your breath, part of your thoughts, part of the way you wake up and the way you fall asleep. It may feel as though every day has been asking more from you than your heart knew how to give. But listen gently. A heavy season is not the same as a finished life. A difficult chapter is not the same as your whole story. A tired heart is not a broken heart. It is a heart that has been carrying too much for too long, and now it is beginning to ask for room to breathe again. Maybe you have been walking through a time that felt slow, silent, and hard to explain. Maybe nothing looked completely wrong on the outside, but inside you felt tired in a place that sleep could not fully reach. Maybe you kept going because you had to. Maybe you kept showing up because life did not stop asking things from you. Maybe you smiled, answered messages, did your work, cared for others, made decisions, and still carried a quiet heaviness in your chest. And perhaps no one really knew how much strength it took for you to keep moving through that season. But life knew, your heart knew, your body knew, and now something inside you is beginning to loosen. This heavy season is loosening, and my heart is safe to breathe again. Let that sentence come softly into your mind. Do not force yourself to believe it all at once. Do not demand that your whole body feel better in one moment. Just let the words come near. This heavy season is loosening, and my heart is safe to breathe again. Sometimes healing begins like that, not with a loud sign, not with everything changing overnight, not with the whole world suddenly becoming easy. Sometimes healing begins with one small space inside the chest. One moment where the old fear does not feel quite as strong. One breath that feels a little deeper than yesterday. One quiet feeling that maybe the weight you have carried is not here to stay forever. The heavy season may have made you believe that life is only hard now. It may have trained your mind to expect disappointment before hope. It may have made you careful with your joy, careful with your trust, careful with your heart. When pain lasts for a long time, the mind can begin to think pain is the normal way of life. It may say, "This is just how things are." It may say, "Nothing really changes for me." It may say, "I must stay ready for something to go wrong." But those are not final truths. Those are tired thoughts from a tired season. They are not the voice of your soul. They are not the voice of life. They are only the echo of what you have been through. You are allowed to stop calling the heavy season your identity. You are allowed to say, "This is something I passed through. This is not who I am." You are allowed to separate your true self from the pain you have been carrying. You are not the worry. You are not the loss. You are not the delay. You are not the pressure. You are not the tiredness. You are the one who has lived through all of it and still has a soft place inside that wants peace. You are the one who is still here. You are the one who still hopes, even if the hope is small. You are the one who can begin again, not because the past did not hurt, but because the past does not get to hold your whole heart forever. A heavy season can make life feel smaller. It can make the future feel far away. It can make your dreams feel quiet. It can make your heart feel as though it must protect itself from everything. But even in the middle of heaviness, life is still moving. Even when you cannot see the path, life is still breathing through you. Even when your mind says nothing is happening, something gentle may be changing deep within you. The old pain may be losing its grip. The old fear may be running out of strength. The old story may be getting tired of repeating itself. And your heart, even if it is still tender, may be getting ready to open again in a new way. This does not mean you have to rush your healing. You do not have to wake up today and pretend you are completely free. You do not have to smile over what still hurts. You do not have to say you are fine when your body still remembers how heavy it has been. True healing does not ask you to lie to yourself. It asks you to be gentle with what is true, while also remembering that what is true today can still change. You can say, yes, this has been hard. And you can also say, this is not the end of me. You can say, yes, I have been tired. And you can also say, peace is still possible for me. You can say, yes, my heart has been heavy. And you can also say, my heart is learning to breathe again. The season you have been in may have asked you to let go of many things. Maybe you had to let go of a version of life you thought would happen. Maybe you had to let go of someone understanding you in the way you needed. Maybe you had to let go of old hope, old plans, old timing, old control, or old ways of trying to make everything work. And letting go can feel heavy before it feels free. It can feel like loss before it feels like space. It can feel like emptiness before it becomes peace. But sometimes what feels like everything falling away is actually life making room. Room for new breath, room for new trust, room for a softer way to live inside yourself. The heavy season is not proof that life is against you. It may be proof that something old has been asking to be released. Something in you may have been carrying too much fear, too much pressure, too much self-blame, too much waiting, too much pain that was never given a safe place to soften. And now life may be inviting you to stop holding it all so tightly. Not because your feelings do not matter. They do matter. Not because what happened was small. It may not have been small. Not because you should already be over it. You do not need to shame yourself for still feeling. But because your heart deserves more than endless heaviness. Your heart deserves air. Your heart deserves rest. Your heart deserves a new morning inside. Let your heart hear this slowly. You do not have to carry the whole season today. You do not have to solve your whole life today. You do not have to understand every reason, every delay, every loss, every silence, every hard turn in the road. You can begin with one breath, one soft thought, one kind sentence, one gentle return to yourself. You can say, I have carried enough for this moment. I allow myself to soften. You can let the shoulders drop. You can let the jaw relax. You can let the body know that right now it does not have to prepare for every possible problem. Right now, you are here. Right now, life is still with you. Right now, your heart can breathe again, even if only a little. There is a quiet difference between giving up and letting go. Giving up says, nothing will ever change. Letting go says, I do not need to hold this pain in the same way anymore. Giving up closes the heart. Letting go gives the heart space. Giving up comes from fear. Letting go can come from trust. And maybe this is the moment where your soul is not asking you to give up. Maybe it is asking you to loosen your grip, to stop fighting the old season, to stop feeding the fear with more fear, to stop asking your heart to carry what life is already helping you release. You may not see the full change yet. The outside may still look the same room, the same duties, the same unanswered questions, the same people, the same quiet ache. But please do not measure your healing only by what has changed outside. Sometimes the first change happens in the way you meet the same life. You may still have the same problem, but you do not collapse in the same way. You may still have the same memory, but it does not control your breath the way it once did. You may still feel sadness, but now you speak to yourself with more kindness. You may still feel unsure, but you do not abandon yourself completely. That is not small. That is a sign of life returning. The heavy season is loosening when you stop blaming yourself for being tired. The heavy season is loosening when you let yourself rest without guilt. The heavy season is loosening when you no longer chase every answer from fear. The heavy season is loosening when you can feel pain and still speak to yourself with love. The heavy season is loosening when you can say, I do not know everything yet, but I trust that life is still moving. These little changes matter. They are like small cracks in a dark room where light begins to enter. At first, the light may not fill the whole space, but one small line of light is enough to show you that the darkness was never the whole truth. Your heart may still be careful. That is okay. It has been through a season that asked a lot from it. It may not open all at once. It may not trust peace immediately. It may not believe that the weight can really lift. So do not force it. Speak to it gently. Tell your heart, I am not here to push you. I am here to sit with you. I am here to breathe with you. I am here to love you while you learn to feel safe again. The heart opens more easily when it is not being rushed. The heart breathes more deeply when it is not being judged. The heart heals more softly when it knows you will not turn against it for needing time. This heavy season is loosening, and my heart is safe to breathe again. Say it as a promise, not a demand. Say it as a gentle hand placed over the chest. Say it as a new voice rising inside you. The old voice may say, "This will never change." The new voice can say, "Something is already changing within me." The old voice may say, "I am too tired." The new voice can say, "Then I will be gentle with myself today." The old voice may say, "I do not know how to move forward." The new voice can say, "I only need one small step." This is how your inner world begins to shift. Not by fighting the old voice, but by giving yourself a kinder one. Maybe life is not asking you to be strong in the old way anymore. Maybe it is asking you to be soft enough to receive help, soft enough to rest, soft enough to stop proving, soft enough to let love reach the places that have been tense for too long. Strength is not always holding everything together. Sometimes strength is admitting this has been heavy. Sometimes strength is saying, "I need peace now." Sometimes strength is letting yourself cry without calling yourself weak. Sometimes strength is choosing not to repeat the old thought one more time. Sometimes strength is one honest breath after a long season of holding it in. There is a part of you that already knows the season is changing. It may be small, but it is there. It is the part that kept you listening. The part that still wants to heal. The part that still believes there is more to life than pain. The part that is tired of carrying the same weight and ready to feel light again. Trust that part. It does not need to know the whole path. It only needs to be honored. It only needs a little space. It only needs you to stop saying, "Nothing is changing," and begin saying, "Something in me is becoming ready for peace." The heavy season is not your whole life. It is a season, and seasons change. Slowly sometimes, quietly sometimes, in ways that are hard to see at first, but they change. The ground that was once cold begins to soften. The air that felt heavy begins to move. The heart that felt closed begins to open one small place. And the soul that felt tired begins to remember that it was never forgotten. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not too late for a softer life. The weight has been real, but so is the loosening. The pain has been real, but so is the peace that is beginning to return. The season has been heavy, but it is not stronger than the love that lives inside you. You have carried more than most people could see. You may have carried pain quietly because you did not want to explain it again. You may have carried worry in the morning and sadness at night. You may have carried pressure in your body, questions in your mind, and a soft ache in your heart that did not always have words. You may have kept moving through life while one part of you was asking, "When will I finally be able to breathe?" And if that is true, let this moment be gentle. Let it be the place where you stop pretending that the weight was nothing. It was something. It was real. And you are allowed to honor what it took from you. Sometimes the heaviest things are not the things other people can easily see. A person can see a busy day, but not the overthinking behind it. A person can hear your voice, but not the tears you held back. A person can see you smile, but not the tiredness you carried into that smile. A person can say, "You seem okay," while your heart is quietly trying to hold itself together. This kind of weight can feel lonely because it is often invisible. You may begin to feel as though you are carrying a whole world inside you and still being asked to act normal. But your hidden weight matters. Your quiet pain matters. The things you had to hold in silence matter. Maybe you have been strong for too long. Not the kind of strong that feels bright and powerful, but the kind of strong that comes from having no other choice. The kind of strong that wakes up tired but still gets up. The kind of strong that keeps answering, keeps helping, keeps trying, keeps hoping, even when the heart feels worn down. And sometimes people praise that strength without knowing how heavy it feels to always be the one who keeps going. But you are allowed to be more than strong. You are allowed to be soft. You are allowed to need comfort. You are allowed to want someone to understand. You are allowed to stop carrying everything as if your worth depends on how much pain you can hide. I honor what I have carried, and I allow myself to soften now. Let that sentence move slowly through you. I honor what I have carried, and I allow myself to soften now. You do not need to hate the strong part of you. That part helped you survive. That part helped you move through days you did not know how to face. That part kept you from giving up when life felt heavy. But now, that part may need rest. It may need to know that softening is not failure. Letting yourself breathe is not weakness. Needing love does not mean you are less spiritual. A heart that has carried much deserves to be held with tenderness. There may have been days when you wanted to stop, but you kept going. Days when you did not feel ready, but life still needed you. Days when your mind felt full, your body felt heavy, and your heart felt far away from peace. Maybe you told yourself, just get through today. And then tomorrow came, and you said it again. One day became another. One hard week became another, and somehow you kept going. That matters. Do not dismiss it. Do not say, anyone would have done that. No, you were there. You carried it. You lived through it. Your courage may have been quiet, but it was still courage. The weight may have come from waiting, waiting for an answer, waiting for a change, waiting for someone to understand, waiting for the pain to lift, waiting for the right door to open, waiting for life to feel lighter again. Waiting can be heavy when the heart does not know how long it must hold on. The mind begins to ask, why is it taking so long? Did I miss something? Am I being forgotten? But delay is not always denial. Silence is not always absence. The fact that something has not fully changed yet does not mean nothing is moving. Sometimes the soul is being prepared. Sometimes the heart is learning to stop holding old fear. Sometimes life is making space in quiet ways you cannot yet see. The weight may have come from disappointment. Maybe something did not happen the way you hoped. Maybe someone did not show up the way your heart needed. Maybe a door closed. Maybe a plan changed. Maybe you had to let go of an idea of how life was supposed to be. Disappointment can be heavy because it is not only about what happened. It is also about what you imagined, what you hoped for, what you quietly believed was coming. And when that does not arrive, the heart can feel confused. But even disappointment does not mean life is finished blessing you. It may mean one path was not the whole path. It may mean your heart is being guided toward a different kind of peace, one that does not depend on forcing what is not ready or holding what is not healthy. The weight may have come from self-blame. Maybe you have been asking yourself why you did not know better, why you stayed, why you trusted, why you waited, why you do that choice, why you felt so much, why you could not be stronger. But self-blame does not heal the past. It only keeps the wound open. You did what you could with the awareness you had at that time. You moved from the place you were in. You chose with the heart, the fear, the hope, and the understanding you had then. Today, you may see more clearly. That is growth. But please do not use today's wisdom to punish yesterday's self. The version of you who lived through that season needs compassion, not attack. You may have carried the need to be okay for others. Maybe you did not want to worry anyone. Maybe you did not want to be seen as too emotional. Maybe you thought your pain was too much. Maybe you learned a long time ago to keep your feelings small so other people could stay comfortable. But your heart was never meant to become a storage room for unspoken pain. Your feelings are not a burden just because someone did not know how to hold them. Your sadness is not wrong. Your tiredness is not shameful. Your need for rest is not selfish. You are allowed to be honest with yourself, even if not everyone is able to meet you there. The weight may also be the pressure to keep improving, keep healing, keep becoming better, keep doing more, keep thinking positively, keep being grateful, keep staying calm. Even healing can become heavy when it turns into another thing you must do perfectly. But your soul does not need pressure in order to heal. Your soul needs safety. Your heart does not open because you shame it into opening. Your body does not relax because you demand that it relax. Your mind does not become peaceful because you attack every fearful thought. Healing becomes softer when you stop making it a test. You are allowed to heal slowly. You are allowed to have tender days. You are allowed to be a human being, learning peace one breath at a time. I honor what I have carried, and I allow myself to soften now. This is not just a sentence. It is a new way to be with yourself. To honor what you carried means you stop saying, "It was nothing." It means you stop hiding from your own truth. It means you look at your heart and say, "I see how tired you have been. I see how much you tried. I see how much you hoped. I see how much you held." And then to soften means you no longer force yourself to carry the same weight in the same way. You allow a little rest. You allow a little space. You allow love to come closer. Imagine your heart like a room that has been closed for a long time. Inside that room are old fears, old tears, old words you never said, old hopes you had to place down, and old moments you did not have time to feel. For a long time, maybe you kept the door closed because opening it felt too painful. But healing does not mean throwing the door open all at once. It may mean opening one small window, letting in one line of air, letting the room know that it does not have to stay dark forever. That is what softening can be. Not a full release in one day, just a little air, a little kindness, a little space where your heart can remember it is safe to feel. Some of the weight may not even be yours to carry anymore. Old opinions, old guilt, old shame, old responsibility for how others feel, old pain from people who could not love you well, old fear that you must keep earning love by being useful, quiet, perfect, easy, or strong. These things can become so familiar that you forget to question them. But today, gently ask, is this mine to carry now? Does this still belong in my heart? Is this weight helping me, or is it only keeping me tired? You do not have to answer perfectly. Just asking the question begins to loosen the grip. Your body may have been carrying this season too. The tight shoulders, the heavy chest, the shallow breath, the tired eyes, the tense stomach, the feeling of always being ready for something. The body often remembers what the mind tries to move past. So speak to your body gently. Say, "Dear body, I know you have been holding so much. Thank you for carrying me. Thank you for trying to protect me." You can soften now, even if only a little. Do not treat the body like an enemy. It has been your home through every season. It deserves patience. It deserves rest. It deserves kind words. It deserves to know that you are not here to fight it anymore. There is a kind of tiredness that comes from doing too much, and there is a deeper tiredness that comes from feeling too much alone. If you have felt alone in your pain, let these words touch that place. You are not wrong for needing comfort. You are not wrong for wanting to be held by life. You are not wrong for wishing someone could understand what this season has been like for you. The heart was never made to live only in survival. It was made to receive beauty, love, ease, laughter, warmth, and calm. And even if those things have felt far away, they are not gone from your life forever. The heavy season may have covered them, but it did not destroy your ability to receive them. Sometimes you may fear that if you soften, everything will fall apart. You may think, if I stop holding this together, what will happen? But softening does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you stop doing what needs to be done. It does not mean you let life fall into disorder. It means you stop using fear as your only strength. You can take care of life from a calmer place. You can make choices from love. You can do the next thing without carrying the whole future in your chest. You can be responsible without being cruel to yourself. You can be strong and gentle at the same time. The weight you have carried may have taught you things, but you do not have to carry the weight forever to keep the lesson. You can keep the wisdom and release the heaviness. You can keep the strength and release the armor. You can keep the compassion and release the self-blame. You can keep the truth and release the pain that no longer needs to live in your body. This is a sacred kind of letting go. It does not deny what happened. It simply says, I do not need to keep suffering in order to prove that it mattered. What happened mattered. What you felt mattered. And now your peace matters too. Let your heart hear this. You have done enough fighting for one breath. You have done enough holding for one moment. You have done enough blaming yourself for one day. Right now, you can soften, just a little. Not forever, not perfectly, just now. You can place down the weight for one breath. You can let your mind stop solving everything for one breath. You can let your body know that it is allowed to be here without being pushed. You can say, I honor what I have carried and I allow myself to soften now. You may not know what life looks like after this heavy season. That is okay. You do not need to know the whole next chapter in order to turn the page. You do not need to feel completely ready in order to begin. Sometimes the new season starts as a feeling you can barely name. A feeling that you are tired of carrying pain in the same way. A feeling that you want to stop fighting yourself. A feeling that maybe peace can return, even if slowly. Trust that small feeling. It is not small to your soul. It may be the first sign that your heart is remembering how to breathe again. And if tears come, let them come gently. Tears do not mean you are moving backward. Sometimes tears are the way the heart releases what words could not hold. Sometimes tears are the body's way of saying, thank you for finally listening. Sometimes tears are not a sign of breaking. They are a sign of softening. You do not have to explain them. You do not have to stop them quickly. You do not have to make them neat. Let the heart have its own language. Let the body release in its own time. Let love meet you there without judgment. The weight you have carried is not a life sentence. It is something that can loosen. It may loosen through rest. It may loosen through truth. It may loosen through forgiveness. It may loosen through new boundaries. It may loosen through prayer, silence, breath, gentle words, or one brave decision. It may loosen little by little, so slowly that at first you do not notice. And then one day you may realize you are breathing more deeply. You are thinking more kindly. You are no longer holding the past as tightly. You are not free from every feeling, but you are freer than you were. That is how healing often comes, quietly, faithfully, like light, returning to a room that thought morning would never arrive. I honor what I have carried, and I allow myself to soften now. Let this be the first new agreement. You do not have to deny the heavy season. You do not have to pretend it did not shape you, but you also do not have to keep bowing to it. You can honor it and still move forward. You can learn from it and still release it. You can remember it and still make room for joy. You can be changed by it and still be blessed after it. The weight has been real, but the loosening is real too. The heart becomes heavy when it has carried too much without enough love. It becomes heavy when pain has nowhere safe to go. It becomes heavy when fear keeps returning, when disappointment keeps being remembered, when old words keep echoing, when the mind keeps trying to solve what the soul is asking to release. A heavy heart does not mean you are weak. It does not mean you are failing at life. It does not mean you are less spiritual. It means something inside you has been asking for care, and maybe for a long time, you were too busy surviving to listen. My heart does not need judgment. My heart needs love. This is one of the most important truths you can give yourself. When the heart is heavy, many people begin to judge it. They say, "Why am I still sad? Why am I still tired? Why do I still think about this? Why can't I just move on? Why am I not stronger? Why does this still affect me?" But judgment does not make the heart lighter. Judgment makes the heart hide. It makes the pain feel unsafe. It adds a second wound on top of the first one. There is the heaviness itself, and then there is the shame we place over it. Today, let the shame begin to loosen. Your heart does not need to be scolded into healing. It needs to be loved back into safety. Sometimes the heart becomes heavy because it has been holding old fear. Fear can enter the heart quietly. It may begin after loss, after rejection, after stress, after a long time of waiting, or after too many moments where life felt uncertain. And then fear starts to speak as if it is wisdom. It says, "Do not trust too much. Do not hope too much. Do not relax too much. Stay ready. Stay guarded. Stay small." Fear may believe it is protecting you, but if it leads every thought, the heart becomes tired. A heart was not created to live in constant defense. It was created to love, to open, to rest, to receive, and to trust life one step at a time. Old fear can make even good things feel unsafe. A kind message may make you wonder when it will change. A quiet day may make you wait for something to go wrong. A new chance may make you think of every past disappointment. A moment of peace may feel strange because your body is used to pressure. This is why healing takes gentleness. You are not only changing thoughts, you are teaching the heart that it can be safe without being on guard every second. You are teaching the body that calm is not dangerous. You are teaching the mind that peace does not mean you are unprepared. It means you are no longer letting fear be the only voice in the room. The heart also becomes heavy when disappointment has been stored inside for too long. Disappointment is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet. It is the feeling of hoping and not receiving. Trusting and being hurt. Waiting and not being answered. Giving and not being met. Trying and still feeling unseen. Over time, the heart may begin to lower its hopes so it does not have to feel the pain again. It may say, I will not expect much. It may say, I will not ask for much. It may say, maybe good things are for other people. But this is not the truth of your soul. This is the voice of a heart that has been tired of being disappointed. If this has been true for you, do not shame yourself for being careful. A careful heart is often a heart that once loved deeply. A guarded heart is often a heart that once trusted and felt pain. A tired heart is often a heart that gave more than it received for too long. But your heart does not need to stay closed forever to stay safe. Little by little, it can learn a new way. It can learn boundaries without bitterness. It can learn hope without pressure. It can learn trust without ignoring truth. It can learn to open slowly, not to everything, not to everyone, but to life itself. The heart becomes heavy when you keep blaming yourself for what happened. Self-blame is a heavy stone to carry. It tells you that every pain was your fault, every delay was your fault, every mistake means something is wrong with you. But life is more complex than that. You are a human being learning. You made choices with the awareness you had. You trusted with the heart you had. You stayed as long as the version of you at that time knew how to stay. You waited because some part of you hoped. You gave because some part of you loved. You feared because some part of you wanted to be safe. You do not have to turn every old choice into a reason to punish yourself. There is a kind way to grow. You can learn without attacking yourself. You can admit the truth without calling yourself foolish. You can say, now I see it differently, without saying, I should have known. You can say, today I choose better, without hating the version of you who did not know how. This is how the heart becomes lighter. Not by denying the lesson, but by removing cruelty from the lesson. Your past does not need more shame. It needs understanding. It needs kindness. It needs the healing words. I was doing the best I could with what I knew then, and now I am safe to choose again. The heart becomes heavy when it tries to control everything. Control often begins as fear. The mind says, if I can know every answer, I will be safe. If I can plan every step, I will not be hurt. If I can make every person act the way I need, I can finally relax. But control does not bring deep rest. It keeps the body tight. It keeps the mind busy. It keeps the heart from trusting. And the truth is, no human heart can control every piece of life. You can choose your thoughts. You can choose your words. You can choose your next step. You can choose your boundaries. You can choose how you return to yourself. But you cannot force the whole path to reveal itself before it is ready. When the heart has been heavy, it often wants full certainty before it relaxes. It says, I will breathe when I know everything will be okay. I will soften when I see the proof. I will trust when the answer arrives. But sometimes the breath has to come before the proof. Sometimes softening is the doorway that lets the answer reach you. Sometimes trust begins not because everything is clear, but because you are tired of letting fear own your whole inner world. Trust does not mean you know every detail. It means you are willing to believe that life can still meet you, guide you, and support you, even while the next step is still forming. My heart does not need judgment. My heart needs love. Repeat it softly. My heart does not need judgment. My heart needs love. If your heart is heavy because of fear, it needs safety. If your heart is heavy because of disappointment, it needs comfort. If your heart is heavy because of self-blame, it needs forgiveness. If your heart is heavy because of control, it needs trust. If your heart is heavy because of waiting, it needs patience. If your heart is heavy because of grief, it needs space. The right care depends on the wound. Do not throw harsh words at a tender place. Do not rush a part of you that is still learning how to feel safe. Meet the heart where it is. Sometimes the heart becomes heavy because it has carried love that had nowhere to go. Love for someone who could not receive it. Love for a dream that did not happen in the way you hoped. Love for a life you imagined. Love for a version of yourself you miss. Love is not always easy to release. The heart may keep holding because it does not know what to do with all that feeling. But love does not have to turn into pain forever. Love can be blessed and released. Love can return to you as wisdom. Love can become prayer. Love can become softness. Love can become a deeper way of caring for yourself. You do not have to hate what you loved in order to heal. You only have to stop letting it keep your heart locked in the past. The heart becomes heavy when it does not feel heard. This can happen with others, but it can also happen inside you. Maybe your own feelings have been asking for your attention, and each time they came up, you pushed them away. Maybe sadness came and you kept busy. Maybe anger came and you called it wrong. Maybe fear came and you tried to pretend it was not there. Maybe tiredness came and you forced yourself to do more. Over time, the feelings do not disappear. They wait inside. They grow heavier because they have not been met. A feeling often softens when it is finally heard with love. Try asking your heart a simple question. What have you been trying to tell me? Not with pressure, not with the need for a perfect answer. Just ask softly. Maybe the heart says, I am tired. Maybe it says, I need rest. Maybe it says, I need to stop chasing. Maybe it says, I need to forgive myself. Maybe it says, I need to be honest. Maybe it says, I need to feel safe again. Whatever comes, do not argue with it. Listen. The heart often speaks simply. It does not need hard words. It needs your presence. It needs you to say, I hear you now. A heavy heart may also come from carrying too many endings without giving yourself time to grieve. An ending is not only a relationship ending. It can be the end of a dream, the end of a role, the end of a season, the end of a belief, the end of how you thought life would look. Sometimes we move on outside before we have moved on inside. We keep doing life, but the heart is still standing at the place where something changed. If this is you, be kind. Grief is not a straight road. It comes in waves. It may be quiet for a while and then return. This does not mean you are going backward. It means love, loss, and change are moving through you in layers. You are allowed to grieve and still trust life. You are allowed to miss something and still move forward. You are allowed to feel sadness and still believe peace is coming. You do not have to choose between honesty and hope. You can have both. You can say, this hurt me, and also say, I am healing. You can say, I miss what I thought would be, and also say, I am open to what life is bringing next. The heart becomes lighter when it no longer has to hide its truth in order to be spiritual. Real peace is not built by denying pain. It is built by bringing love into the places where pain has lived. Sometimes the heart becomes heavy because you have been trying to be everything for everyone. The helper, the calm one, the strong one, the one who understands, the one who forgives, the one who does not need much, the one who keeps things together. But even a loving heart needs care. Even a kind heart needs rest. Even a strong heart needs a safe place to fall apart sometimes. You are not here to disappear into other people's needs. You are not here to earn love by carrying more than your soul can hold. You are allowed to have limits. You are allowed to say, I cannot carry this today. You are allowed to choose peace without guilt. A boundary can be a breath for the heart. Saying no can be a breath. Resting can be a breath. Not answering right away can be a breath. Leaving the old argument can be a breath. Choosing not to explain yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding can be a breath. Turning off the noise can be a breath. Boundaries are not walls against love. They are doors that protect peace. The heavy heart often becomes lighter when it stops giving all of its air away. My heart does not need judgment. My heart needs love. Let this sentence become your guide. When you feel heavy, do not ask, "What is wrong with me?" Ask, "What needs love in me right now?" If you feel fear, love the fearful place. If you feel tired, love the tired place. If you feel anger, listen for the boundary under the anger. If you feel sadness, offer comfort. If you feel numb, give yourself patience. Numbness may be the heart's way of resting after feeling too much. Do not force yourself open. Sit beside yourself gently. Let love be patient. You do not have to fix the whole heaviness in one day. You only need to stop adding more judgment to it. That alone can change the inner weather. When you stop saying, "Why am I like this?" and begin saying, "I am here with you," the heart receives a new message. When you stop saying, "I should be over this," and begin saying, "I am healing in my own time," the body can soften. When you stop saying, "Nothing will change," and begin saying, "This season is loosening," the mind gets a new direction. These are small sentences, but small sentences repeated with love can become a new home inside you. There is no shame in having a heavy heart. There is only an invitation to care for it differently now. The heaviness is not here to prove that you are broken. It may be here to show you what has been unloved, unheard, or held too tightly. It may be showing you where you need rest, where you need truth, where you need release, where you need to stop blaming yourself, where you need to let the old season end. And if you can meet that heaviness with love instead of fear, it begins to change. Slowly at first, gently, like ice softening in the morning sun. Your heart has been trying to protect you. Thank it. Your heart has been trying to survive. Honor it. Your heart has been trying to understand. Be patient with it. But now your heart is also asking to breathe. It does not want to live forever under the same weight. It does not want to keep repeating the same fear. It does not want to stay closed to life. It wants safety. It wants softness. It wants truth. It wants love that does not rush it. It wants you. So today, place one kind thought near your heart. Not a big promise. Not a forced belief. Just one kind thought. I am allowed to heal. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to stop blaming myself. I am allowed to breathe again. Let the heart choose the sentence that feels safest. Let it be simple. Let it be soft. Let it be enough for now. A heavy heart does not always need many words. Sometimes it needs one true sentence spoken with love. My heart does not need judgment. My heart needs love. And love begins here, in the way you speak to yourself, in the way you breathe through the old fear, in the way you stop making pain your enemy, in the way you listen instead of pushing away, in the way you allow your heart to be tender without calling it weak, in the way you tell yourself again and again, this heavy season is loosening. I do not have to carry it all today. My heart is safe to breathe again. The season is loosening slowly, even if you cannot see every sign yet. Sometimes the heart expects healing to arrive like a door opening wide all at once. It wants the weight to leave in one moment. It wants the tears to stop, the mind to become quiet, the body to feel light, and the future to feel clear. But often, healing does not come like a sudden storm of change. It comes like morning light, softly, slowly, a little at a time. First, the darkness does not disappear completely, but it is no longer as deep as before. First, the heart does not feel fully free, but it feels one small space inside. First, the mind still thinks of the old pain, but it does not believe every old thought with the same power, and this matters. This is how a heavy season begins to loosen. Do not look only for big proof. Do not tell yourself nothing is changing just because life has not changed in the way your mind expected. Sometimes the first sign of change is not a new place, a new person, a new answer, or a new outer result. Sometimes the first sign is one calmer breath, one moment when you do not react the old way, one morning when the sadness is still there, but it is not sitting as heavily on your chest, one night when you are able to rest a little sooner, one quiet moment when your heart says, maybe I do not have to carry this forever. That is not small. That is healing in its first gentle form. Even small peace is proof that something is changing. Let this thought become soft inside you. Even small peace is proof that something is changing. You may want a whole new life right away. You may want the old ache to disappear completely before you believe you are healing. But life often begins with small signs because the heart needs to feel safe. A heart that has been heavy for a long time may not trust joy all at once. A body that has been tense for a long time may not relax in one breath. A mind that has been worried for many seasons may not become peaceful in one day. So when a small moment of peace comes, do not reject it because it is not big enough. Welcome it. Let it count. Let it be the first little flower growing through the hard ground. The heavy season loosens when your relationship with the pain begins to change. Maybe the situation is not fully different yet, but you are different inside it. Maybe the memory still comes, but you do not follow it all the way into the old sadness. Maybe the fear still speaks, but you can now answer it with kindness. Maybe the same worry appears, but you notice it sooner. Maybe the old thought says, nothing will change. And another part of you says, something is changing in me. That is powerful. The old season loses strength when you stop giving it your whole identity. There was a time when the heaviness may have felt like the truth. It may have felt like life itself was heavy. Love was heavy, waiting was heavy, mourning was heavy, sleep was heavy, hope was heavy. But slowly, life begins to see how you, that heaviness, was a season, not your natural state. Your natural state is not panic. Your natural state is not self-blame. Your natural state is not carrying every old pain in your chest. Your soul knows peace. Your heart knows love. Your body knows how to soften. You may have forgotten for a while because the season was hard, but forgetting is not losing. What is true within you can return. The season loosens when you stop arguing with how slowly things are changing. The mind may say, why am I not better yet? Why do I still feel this? Why do I still think about that? Why is the pain not fully gone? But those questions can make the heart feel pressured. Try asking softer questions. What part of me is asking for love today? What small sign of peace can I notice? What has softened even a little? What am I no longer carrying in the same way? These questions help the heart feel safe. They help the mind look for healing instead of only looking for what is still wrong. There may be moments when you feel light and then moments when the old heaviness returns. This does not mean you are going backward. This does not mean the season is not loosening. When something has been carried for a long time, it can leave in layers. One layer softens, then another rises. One fear loosens, then another asks to be seen. One memory becomes less painful, then another comes forward for love. This is not failure. This is the heart cleaning out old rooms. Do not be afraid when a tender feeling returns. It may not be coming back to stay. It may be coming back to be released in a kinder way. You are allowed to heal in waves. You are allowed to have a peaceful morning and a heavy evening. You are allowed to feel brave one day and tired the next. You are allowed to believe in your healing and still have moments of doubt. You are allowed to be human. The path does not have to be straight for it to be real. A river does not move in a straight line, but it still reaches where it is going. The heart may move through turns, pauses, and quiet places, but it is still learning its way back to life. The season is loosening when you begin to notice what you need instead of only judging what you feel. Before, maybe sadness came and you called yourself weak. Now sadness comes and you ask, what does my heart need? Before, fear came and you believed every story it told. Now fear comes and you say, I hear you, but you do not have to lead me. Before, tiredness came and you pushed harder. Now tiredness comes and you allow rest. These changes may seem simple, but they are sacred. They mean you are no longer treating yourself like the enemy. You are becoming a safe place for your own heart. This heavy season may have taught you to expect pressure, but now life is teaching you to receive softness. Maybe you are beginning to notice quiet blessings again, the warmth of a cup in your hands, the comfort of one deep breath, the way the sky still opens above you, a song that makes your heart feel less alone, a message that arrives at the right time, a moment when your body finally relaxes. These may not look dramatic, but they are small doors back into life. They remind you that beauty did not leave you. It was only hard to feel while the weight was so loud. Do not miss the small signs because you are waiting for a large one. Do not miss one calm thought because you are waiting for a perfect mind. Do not miss one gentle moment because you are waiting for a perfect life. Do not miss the fact that you are still here, still listening, still willing, still open to peace. That willingness is a sign. That breath is a sign. That soft ache in your heart that wants to heal is a sign. The heavy season is loosening because you are no longer fully closed to life. Something in you is reaching toward light again. There may be things you used to hold tightly that now feel a little less powerful. Maybe an old memory does not pull you under as quickly. Maybe a fear still speaks, but it no longer sounds like the only truth. Maybe you can hear someone's words and not lose yourself completely. Maybe you can look at the past and feel sadness, but also feel strength. These are signs of loosening. The old pain is not ruling every room inside you. It may still knock on the door, but it is not the owner of the house anymore. Even small peace is proof that something is changing. A peaceful breath counts. A kinder thought counts. One moment of not blaming yourself counts. One moment of choosing rest counts. One moment of not checking, not chasing, not over-explaining, not going back into the same old fear counts. These little choices are not little to the soul. They are the way a new season is built. A new life does not always begin with one huge decision. Sometimes it begins with one tiny refusal to treat yourself the old way. Let your healing be simple today. Do not ask yourself to become completely new by sunset. Do not ask your heart to release everything in one morning. Do not ask your mind to never worry again. Ask for one gentle shift, one softer thought, one calmer breath, one moment of trust, one honest sentence, one loving choice, one small pause before you react. This is enough for today, and when tomorrow comes, you can choose again. This is how the old season loosens, not by pressure, but by gentle return. The heart begins to trust peace when peace is repeated. If you give yourself one kind thought today, it matters. If you speak gently to your body today, it matters. If you stop one old thought and choose a softer one, it matters. Repetition teaches the inner world a new way. Just as the old season was built through repeated fear, repeated pain, repeated pressure, and repeated self-abandonment, the new season is built through repeated love, repeated patience, repeated rest, and repeated trust. Every time you return to love, you are telling your heart, this is our new way. The season is loosening slow. But slowly does not mean nothing is happening. A seed changes underground before the eyes can see the flower. The body heals in hidden ways before strength returns. The heart releases in quiet moments before joy feels natural again. The universe often works in places you cannot measure yet. So if you cannot see the full change, do not decide there is no change. Say, something is softening in me. Something is opening in me. Something is becoming ready in me. Maybe you are still between seasons, not fully out of the old, not fully inside the new. This middle place can feel strange. You may not want the past anymore, but you may not fully know what comes next. You may feel lighter than before, but still not completely free. You may feel hopeful, but also unsure. Be gentle in the middle. The middle is not a mistake. It is the bridge. It is the space where the heart learns to stop looking backward with fear and start looking forward with trust. You do not have to rush across the bridge. Just keep walking softly. There is a part of you that is already becoming new. It may be quiet, but it is real. It is the part that no longer wants to hold old pain as a home. It is the part that wants to breathe before reacting. It is the part that wants to stop proving, stop chasing, stop carrying everything alone. It is the part that knows peace is not selfish. Rest is not weakness. Letting go is not losing. This part of you is growing. Feed it with love. Feed it with simple words. Feed it with quiet choices. Feed it by believing that even small peace is proof that something is changing. Let your heart know it does not have to understand the whole process. It only has to receive the next breath. Let your body know it does not have to release every tension at once. It only has to soften one small place. Let your mind know it does not have to solve every question. It only has to stop turning every fear into a final truth. The season is loosening because you are learning to meet yourself differently. And when you meet yourself with love, life begins to feel different from the inside. The heavy season may not leave all at once, but it can leave enough for you to breathe today. It can leave enough for your heart to feel one small opening. It can leave enough for your body to rest a little deeper. It can leave enough for hope to sit beside you again. And that is enough for now. Do not dishonor the small beginning. The small beginning is sacred. It is life whispering, keep going. The wait is not forever. The heart is learning to breathe again. Let your heart breathe again. Not because everything is solved, not because every question has an answer, not because the past suddenly makes sense. Let your heart breathe because it has been holding its breath for too long. Let it breathe because it deserves softness. Let it breathe because pain was never meant to become its permanent home. Let it breathe because life is still here, moving through you, loving you, waiting for you to stop holding yourself so tightly. Take one gentle breath, even if it is small. Let it come in without force. Let it leave without pressure. You do not need to breathe perfectly. You only need to let the body know that this moment is safe enough to soften. Maybe your shoulders have been holding the weight of many days. Let them drop a little. Maybe your jaw has been holding words you never said. Let it relax a little. Maybe your chest has been tight from trying to stay strong. Let it open only as much as it can. Healing does not need to be forced. The heart opens when it feels safe. I let my heart breathe. I let life hold me gently. Let that sentence move through the body slowly. I let my heart breathe. I let life hold me gently. You do not have to do anything dramatic with these words. Just let them become a soft place inside you. The heart may not know how to breathe freely at first. It may have been used to holding on, preparing, waiting, protecting, and expecting pain. So speak gently. Tell your heart, you can breathe now. You can soften now. You do not have to carry the whole story in this one moment. The breath is simple, but it is powerful. When the breath becomes small, the whole inner world can feel tight. The mind races, the body braces, the heart closes. But when you allow one slow breath, you are sending a new message to every part of you. You are saying, we are not in danger in this moment. We do not have to fight right now. We can pause. We can return. One breath will not solve every problem, but it can give you enough space to stop becoming the problem. It can bring you back to the present, where your power is. Your heart has been asking for this space. It may not need a perfect life today. It may not need every dream to arrive today. It may not need full clarity today. It may need one gentle breath. One moment without self-blame. One thought that does not hurt. one quiet promise that you will not abandon yourself. Sometimes the heart does not need more answers. It needs more air. It needs to feel that you are not closing around it with fear. Let your heart breathe by no longer forcing it to carry tomorrow. Tomorrow is not here yet. The future may have many paths your mind cannot see right now. But when you carry tomorrow too heavily today, your body becomes tired before anything even happens. You do not have to live through every possible future in your mind. You do not have to prepare for every fear. You do not have to solve what has not arrived. You can say, when tomorrow comes, grace will meet me there. Today, I return to this breath. Let your heart breathe by releasing the old need to be strong every second. You can be strong and still need rest. You can be spiritual and still feel sad. You can trust life and still have questions. You can be healing and still have tender places. Your heart does not become free by pretending it does not hurt. It becomes free when you allow love to meet the hurt. You are allowed to be honest. You are allowed to say, this has been heavy. You are allowed to say, I need to breathe. There is no shame in that. There is only truth. Let your heart breathe by putting down the old argument inside your mind. The argument that says you should have done more. You should have known better. You should be further along. You should be over this. You should be more peaceful by now. These thoughts do not help the heart heal. They only make it feel more trapped. Try another voice. I am learning. I am healing. I am allowed to take my time. I am safe to begin again. This voice may feel unfamiliar at first, but keep offering it. The heart begins to trust the voice that returns with kindness. I let my heart breathe. I let life hold me gently. Let your hand rest on your heart if that feels natural. Feel the warmth of your own presence. This is not a small thing. Many times, you may have looked outside for the comfort your heart needed. Maybe you hoped someone would say the right words. Maybe you waited for life to prove that you were safe. Maybe you wanted a sign, a message, an answer, a change. And those things can be beautiful when they come. But there is also a healing that begins when you become present with yourself. When your own hand, your own breath, your own words say, I am here with you. The heart breathes when it is no longer left alone with pain. You may not be able to remove every ache today, but you can stop leaving yourself alone inside it. When sadness rises, you can say, I am here. When fear rises, you can say, I am listening. When tiredness rises, you can say, I will be gentle. These simple words change the whole inner relationship. You are no longer fighting yourself. You are sitting beside yourself. And sometimes that is the beginning of deep peace. Let your heart breathe by allowing yourself to feel without drowning in the feeling. A feeling can move through you like weather. It can come, be known, and soften. But when the mind grabs the feeling and turns it into a whole story, the heart becomes heavy again. Sadness becomes, I will always be sad. Fear becomes, nothing will ever work. Delay becomes, I am forgotten. But a feeling is not always a final truth. It is a wave. Let it rise. Let it speak. Let it move. Breathe with it. You do not have to become the wave. You can be the loving space it moves through. Let your heart breathe by making room for peace before everything is perfect. Many people wait for peace as if it can only come after the whole life is fixed, after the money changes, after the relationship changes, after the answer arrives, after the body feels better, after the future is clear. But peace can come in small ways, even before the outer world is fully different. Peace can come as one calm breath, one kind thought, one moment of trust, one gentle walk, one night when you choose rest over worry. These moments are not pretending, they are practice. They are the way your heart learns that it does not have to wait for a perfect life to receive comfort. Let the breath open a little door inside you. Breathe in and imagine life entering the places that have felt closed. Breathe out and imagine the old pressure leaving the body. Breathe in and say, I receive peace. Breathe out and say, I release what I can. You do not need to release everything. You only need to release what is ready in this moment. The heart is wise. It knows how much it can let go of today. Trust its pace. Trust its softness. Trust the small opening. You may have been holding grief in your breath. You may have been holding worry in your shoulders. You may have been holding old love in your chest. You may have been holding anger in your jaw. You may have been holding fear in your stomach. The body remembers what the heart could not say. So when you breathe, do not breathe only from the mind. Breathe as though you are speaking to every place in the body that has been waiting for kindness. Tell the body, you can soften. You have carried enough for this moment. I am here now. I let my heart breathe. I let life hold me gently. These words do not mean life will never ask anything of you again. They mean you do not have to meet life from a closed heart and a tense body. You can meet life with more space. You can meet decisions with more calm. You can meet memories with more love. You can meet uncertainty with more trust. You can meet the next step without carrying the whole mountain. The heart breathes when it remembers that it only has to live this moment, not every moment at once. There may be people, places, or memories that make your heart tighten. Be gentle with that. The tightening is information. It may show you where you need a boundary. It may show you where you need healing. It may show you where you are still carrying old pain. Do not attack the tightening. ask it what it needs. Maybe it needs distance. Maybe it needs truth. Maybe it needs rest. Maybe it needs forgiveness. Maybe it needs permission to stop waiting. The heart breathes when it is allowed to tell the truth. Sometimes letting the heart breathe means giving up the fight to make something different from what it is. You may have spent a long time trying to make someone understand, trying to make the past change, trying to make a closed door open, trying to make timing obey your fear. But the heart becomes tired when it keeps pushing against what is not opening. There is relief in saying, I release this for now. I give it to life. I return to myself. This does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop letting one thing take all the air from your heart. Let your heart breathe by choosing one simple act of kindness toward yourself today. Drink water slowly. Step outside for a moment. Speak to your body with love. Write down one worry and ply. See it outside your mind. Rest without apologizing. Say no if your peace needs protection. Say yes to something that brings quiet joy. Let one small action tell your heart, you matter to me. The heart does not only heal from thoughts, it heals from the way you care for yourself in ordinary moments. There is a soft life still available to you. Not a perfect life, not a life without responsibility, not a life where every day is easy, but a life where you are no longer cruel to yourself inside the hard moments. A life where your heart has room to breathe. A life where peace is allowed to visit even before everything makes sense. A life where you trust that heaviness can loosen, love can return, and your inner world can become a safer place to live. Take another gentle breath. Let it be enough. Let it remind you that you are alive, you are here, and the heavy season has not taken the whole of you. There is still a quiet space inside you that can receive love. There is still a part of your heart that wants to open. There is still a breath that can bring you back. You do not have to force the whole healing. You only have to let the next breath be kind. I let my heart breathe. I let life hold me gently. Let this be the practice. When the mind rushes, return to the breath. When the old pain rises, return to the heart. When the future feels too wide, return to this moment. When the body tightens, return to softness. When you forget, return again. Returning is not failure. Returning is healing. Each time you return, you are teaching your heart, I will not leave you. I will not make you carry this alone. We are learning to breathe again. You do not need to understand everything before you're allowed to feel peace. You do not need to know why every door closed, why every delay happened, why every person acted the way they did, why every season lasted as long as it did. The mind wants reasons because reasons can feel like safety. It wants to hold the whole story in its hands. It wants to say, if I understand it, then I can control it. If I control it, then I will not be hurt again. But life is deeper than the mind can measure. Some answers come slowly. Some answers come later. Some answers come as growth instead of words. And some answers may never arrive in the form your mind expected. Still, you can heal. I release the need to understand everything today. I allow peace to come first. Let this sentence soften the part of you that has been trying so hard to make sense of it all. I release the need to understand everything today. I allow peace to come first. This does not mean you stop learning. It does not mean you ignore truth. It does not mean you pretend nothing mattered. It means you stop making your peace wait outside the locked door of every unanswered question. You stop saying, "I cannot breathe until I know why." You stop placing your healing in the hands of answers that may not be ready yet. Sometimes the need to understand becomes another way of holding on. The mind replays the same moment again and again. It asks what happened, what it meant, what could have been done, what should have been said, why it changed, why it hurt, why it stayed so long, why it ended, why it did not begin. And at first, this may feel like healing. It may feel like you are trying to find wisdom. But after a while, you may notice the same questions are no longer opening peace. They are keeping the wound alive. They are pulling your heart back into the same room over and over. There comes a time when the soul says, "You have looked long enough. Now let me rest." Your heart can heal even without a perfect explanation. The body can soften even if the mind still has questions. Your life can move forward even if one part of the past still feels unclear. Closure does not always come from another person. It does not always come from a full answer. Sometimes closure begins when you choose not to keep hurting yourself by chasing what refuses to become clear. Sometimes closure is a breath. Sometimes closure is a boundary. Sometimes closure is saying, "I may never understand this fully, but I will not let it keep owning my heart." The heavy season may have made you search for meaning in everything. Why did this happen now? Why did life allow this? Why did I feel guided and then still meet pain? Why did I trust and still get hurt? Why did I pray and still have to wait? These are honest questions. Do not shame yourself for asking them. A tender heart wants to understand. A tired mind wants a place to rest. But sometimes the deepest answer is not an explanation. Sometimes the answer is a new strength inside you, a new boundary, a new self-love, a new trust, a new ability to stop abandoning yourself. Sometimes life answers not by explaining the past, but by changing who you become after it. You can say, "I do not understand this yet, but I am willing to receive peace now." That is a powerful sentence. It gives the mind respect, but it does not let the mind rule the whole heart. It says, yes, I have questions. Yes, I have pain. Yes, I wish I knew more. But I am not going to make my soul live in waiting forever. Peace does not always arrive after understanding. Sometimes peace arrives when you stop demanding that understanding come first. There is a kind of surrender that feels like defeat, and there is a kind of surrender that feels like freedom. Defeat says, nothing matters. Freedom says, I do not have to carry this in the same way anymore. Defeat closes the heart. Freedom opens the hand. Defeat gives up on life. Freedom gives the weight back to life. When you release the need to understand everything, you are not giving up on your future. You are giving up the heavy job of trying to be the universe, the healer, the judge, the timer, and the answer all at once. You are allowed to be human. You are allowed to let life hold what is to by. G for your mind today. I release the need to understand everything today. I allow peace to come first. Say it gently when the mind begins to search again. Say it when you feel the old question rise. Say it when you want to replay the same story. Say it when you are tempted to look backward for one more clue. Say it not as a command, but as comfort. Dear mind, I know you are trying to protect me. I know you want answers. But today, we are choosing peace first. Today, we do not need to solve the whole past. Today, we let the heart breathe. The mind may resist this. It may say, but if I stop thinking about it, I will never understand. If I stop searching, I will lose control. If I stop asking, it means I accept what hurt me. No, dear one, peace does not mean you approve of what hurt you. Peace means you are no longer willing to let what hurt you live inside your body every day. Peace means the past may have happened, but it does not get to decide every breath you take now. Peace means you can honor the lesson without carrying the pain as your identity. Sometimes the heart wants answers from someone who cannot give them. Maybe because they do not know. Maybe because they are not ready. Maybe because they cannot see what you see. Maybe because they are not able to meet your pain with care. Waiting for another person to explain your worth, your pain, or your closure can keep your heart tied to a door that may not open. But your healing does not have to wait there forever. You can bless the unanswered place and still turn toward your own life. You can say, I release my need to receive peace from someone who cannot give it. I allow peace to rise within me. There are also times when life makes sense only after distance. What feels confusing now may become clearer later. What feels like loss now may reveal space later. What feels like delay now may become protection later. What feels like silence now may become redirection later. but you do not have to force yourself to see the whole meaning today. Let life reveal what it wants to reveal in its own time. Your work today is not to pull every hidden reason into the light. Your work is to care for your heart while life is still unfolding. You can release the need to understand by returning to what you can choose. You may not know why the season was so heavy, but you can choose one kinder thought. You may not know why the answer is delayed, but you can choose one peaceful breath. You may not know why someone could not love you well, but you can choose not to abandon yourself. You may not know why the path changed, but you can choose to walk the next step with trust. This is how power returns. Not by knowing everything, but by choosing love in the place where you are. The need to understand can sometimes be a way of avoiding grief. The mind keeps thinking because feeling seems too hard. It keeps asking questions because sitting with the ache feels too open. But the heart may not need one more thought. It may need one safe moment to feel. You can say, I do not have to explain this pain right now. I can simply hold it with love. Let the tears come if they come. Let the breath move. Let the body soften. Sometimes the heart does not need a reason. It needs permission to release. I release the need to understand everything today. I allow peace to come first. This sentence can become a doorway out of mental noise. When the mind is busy, bring it back to the body. Feel your feet, relax your hands, soften the shoulders. Take one slow breath. Ask, what is true in this moment? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not the whole story. This moment. Maybe the truth is, I am safe enough to breathe. Maybe it is, I am tired and I need rest. Maybe it is, I do not know, and I can still be kind to myself. Let this be enough. The universe does not need you to understand the whole path before it can guide you. Life does not need your fear in order to arrange what is next. Your heart does not need a full map in order to take one step. Sometimes guidance comes after you stop gripping the old question. Sometimes peace enters when the mind finally becomes quiet enough to hear the next gentle nudge. You may be trying to force a full answer while life is trying to give you one simple next step. Let the next step be enough. Maybe the next step is rest. Maybe it is forgiveness. Maybe it is a boundary. Maybe it is asking for help. Maybe it is drinking water and going to sleep. Maybe it is no longer checking what keeps hurting you. Maybe it is writing down the truth. Maybe it is saying, I do not know what this all means, but I choose not to harm myself with the questions today. This kind of choice may look small, but it is sacred. It is the moment you stop worshiping the unanswered question and start honoring your living heart. There is peace in allowing some things to remain unfinished for now. Not every conversation gets a perfect ending. Not every prayer gets answered in the timing we want. Not every road explains itself while we are still walking it. But unfinished does not mean hopeless. Unclear does not mean unloved. Delayed does not mean denied. Quiet does not mean empty. Something can be unresolved and still not own you. Something can be unknown and still not steal your breath. You can live, love, heal, rest, and begin again, even with some questions still sitting quietly in the background. Your mind may want a final sentence, but your heart may only need a soft one. Not, now I understand everything, but I am safe to move forward without knowing everything. Not, now the past makes perfect sense, but the past no longer gets to take all my peace. Not, now I have every answer, but life can still support me while I wait. These are gentler truths. They leave room for your humanity. They do not force the pain to become neat. They simply give your soul permission to breathe. Let the old need to understand loosen from your chest. Imagine taking the questions you cannot answer today and placing them into the hands of life. Not throwing them away, not pretending they do not matter, just letting something larger hold them for a while. You can say, "Life, hold what I cannot hold today. Show me what I need to know when I am ready. Until then, help me return to peace." This is surrender. This is not weakness. It is trust with tired hands. I release the need to understand everything today. I allow peace to come first. Let this be the soft practice of this section of your life. When the mind circles back, return to this sentence. When the old story pulls at you, return to this sentence. When you feel the need to figure it all out before you can rest, return to this sentence. Peace can come first. Breath can come first. Love can come first. You can let your heart be cared for before every answer arrives. You are allowed to outgrow the question. You are allowed to stop asking why in the same painful way. You are allowed to receive wisdom without replaying the wound. You are allowed to move forward without one final explanation. You are allowed to say, "I bless the unknown. I bless the unanswered places. I bless the parts of my path that I cannot yet understand, and I choose peace anyway." This is not denial. This is deep inner freedom. The heavy season begins to loosen when you stop needing the past to explain itself before you let your heart live again. You can carry the lesson, but not the weight. You can keep the wisdom, but not the wound. You can honor what happened, but not keep breathing as if it is still happening. Let the mind rest. Let the body soften. Let the heart breathe. Let life reveal the next piece in its own time. I release the need to understand everything today. I allow peace to come first. My heart can heal without every answer. My body can soften without every reason. My life can move forward without the whole map. I do not need to solve the entire season in order to receive one gentle breath. I am safe to rest in the unknown. I am safe to let life hold what I cannot carry. I am safe to let peace come first. The universe is still working softly even when life feels quiet. Sometimes the quiet can feel confusing. You may think that if nothing loud is happening, nothing is changing. You may think that if the answer has not arrived, life has not heard you. You may think that if the path is not clear yet, you have been left alone. But life does not always move in ways the eyes can see right away. Some of the most loving changes begin in hidden places. A seed opens under the soil before anyone sees a flower. Morning begins in the dark before the sky changes color. Healing begins inside the heart before the outside world can show proof. So do not let the quiet convince you that you are forgotten. Life is still supporting me in quiet and beautiful ways. Let that sentence rest, inside you. Life is still supporting me in quiet and beautiful ways. Maybe support is not arriving in the form your mind expected. Maybe it is not coming as a sudden answer, a big sign, or a perfect change. Maybe it is coming as a small moment of peace. Maybe it is coming as the strength to get through another day. Maybe it is coming as a thought that says, be gentle with yourself. Maybe it is coming as a closed door that protects your heart. Maybe it is coming as a delay that gives you time to become ready. Maybe it is coming as a quiet pull toward rest, truth, healing, or a new path. The universe does not always speak loudly. Sometimes it speaks through a soft feeling in the body. Sometimes it speaks through the same gentle thought returning again and again. Sometimes it speaks through a moment of peace around one choice. Sometimes it speaks through the discomfort you feel when something is no longer right for you. Sometimes it speaks through the deep tiredness that says, you cannot keep living this way. Sometimes it speaks through the calm that comes when you imagine letting go. These signs may be simple, but simple does not mean empty. Often life guides in soft ways because the heart is already tired and does not need more noise. When the heavy season has lasted a long time, the mind may begin to demand proof. It may say, show me that things are changing. Show me that life is working. Show me that I am not alone. And it is natural to want proof when you have been waiting. But sometimes the first proof is not outside you. Sometimes the first proof is that you are still here. You have not given up on your heart. You still want peace. You are still willing to listen. You are still open to healing. You are still breathing. That is not small. That is life moving through you. That is quiet support. The universe may be working through your own inner change. Perhaps the old version of you would have chased, but now you pause. Perhaps the old version of you would have blamed yourself, but now you speak more kindly. Perhaps the old version of you would have forced an answer, but now you are learning to trust timing. Perhaps the old version of you would have stayed where your heart felt small, but now you are beginning to know that peace matters. This is life working through you, not above you, not far away from you, through you. Life is still supporting me in quiet and beautiful ways. Say it when your mind feels impatient. Say it when nothing looks different yet. Say it when the old fear says, "Where is the help?" Say it when you feel like you are standing in between the old season and the new one. The help may already be here as a deeper breath. The help may already be here as a new thought. The help may already be here as the strength to choose differently. The help may already be here as a soft inner voice telling you, do not go back to what broke your peace. Sometimes the universe supports you by removing what your heart kept trying to hold. At first, this may feel like loss. It may feel like life is taking something away. But later, you may begin to see that what left was also making space. Space for rest. Space for truth. Space for self-respect. Space for something that can meet you more gently. Not everything that leaves is a punishment. Sometimes it is release. Sometimes it is protection. Sometimes it is life saying, this is too heavy for the heart you are becoming. Sometimes the universe supports you by slowing things down. This can feel frustrating because the mind wants speed. It wants clear timing. It wants everything to move now. But a slower path is not always a blocked path. Sometimes slowness gives the heart time to heal. Sometimes slowness gives the body time to feel safe. Sometimes slowness gives you time to stop wanting from fear and begin receiving from peace. If something is not happening as quickly as you hoped, it does not mean life is against you. It may mean life is preparing a softer way. There is a difference between waiting with fear and waiting with trust. Waiting with fear feels tight. It keeps checking, forcing, doubting, and asking, what if nothing comes? Waiting with trust still takes wise action, but it does not make panic the leader. It says, I do what is mine to do, and I let life do what I cannot do. It says, I take the next step, and I allow the next door to appear in time. It says, I am not forgotten just because I cannot see the whole path today. Your heavy season may have made you feel that you had to hold every piece of life together alone, but you do not. You can participate with life without trying to control all of life. You can take care of what is in front of you. You can make the call, write the message, rest the body, tell the truth, set the boundary, drink the water, pay attention, pray, breathe, and choose love. But you do not have to arrange every person, every outcome, every hour, every answer, every door, and every unseen detail. Let life carry what is too large for your hands. Life is still supporting me in quiet and beautiful ways. This support may look like a moment when you almost fall into the old thought, but you stop. It may look like the courage to say no. It may look like the feeling that you need to rest instead of pushing harder. It may look like the sudden wish to clean a small space, open a window, take a walk, or write down what hurts. It may look like a small idea that brings a little order to the mind. It may look like a peaceful feeling after you finally stop asking the past to explain itself. These are quiet ways life helps you return to yourself. The universe does not need your fear in order to work. It does not need you to worry all day, so it remembers your desire. It does not need you to carry pain as proof that you care. Fear may tell you that if you stop worrying, everything will fall apart. But worry is not what keeps life together. Love is stronger. Trust is clearer. Peace helps you hear the next step. A calm body can receive guidance that a frightened mind may miss. So when fear says, "Keep holding this," you can say, "I choose to breathe. I choose to listen. I choose to let life meet me." You may not know how the next season will open, and that is okay. You do not need to know the whole way to receive the next step. Maybe the next step is not a big move. Maybe it is forgiving yourself. Maybe it is resting tonight. Maybe it is no longer telling the old story with the same pain. Maybe it is choosing not to feed the fear. Maybe it is giving your heart one sentence of comfort. Maybe it is saying, "I am ready for life to show me a softer way." The universe can work with willingness. Willingness opens a door inside you. There are times when life supports you by making you uncomfortable with the old way. This may not feel like support at first. You may wonder why you cannot ignore the feeling anymore, why the old place feels too small, why the old habit feels more painful, why the old story no longer fits. But this discomfort can be a sign that your soul is outgrowing what once felt normal. The heaviness may be loosening because you are no longer able to live against your own heart. Something in you is saying, "I need more peace than this. I need more truth than this. I need more breath than this." Do not be afraid of this inner movement. It does not mean you must change everything at once. It only means you are waking up. You are beginning to know that you were not made to carry pain forever. You are beginning to know that life can be softer than survival. You are beginning to know that peace is not too much to ask for. This knowing may come quietly, but it is powerful. It is the soul remembering itself. Life is still supporting me in quiet and beautiful ways. Let this be your thought when the day feels uncertain. Let it be your thought when the heart wants to ask for proof. Let it be your thought when the mind cannot see the whole picture. Life may be working through timing. Life may be working through rest. Life may be working through a closed door. Life may be working through a new desire. Life may be working through your healing. Life may be working through the part of you that is finally tired of hurting yourself with old fear. You do not need to chase every sign. You do not need to read meaning into every small thing with panic. That can make the heart tired too. Instead, live gently. Ask for guidance, then return to peace. Ask for support, then stay open. Ask for the next step, then listen in simple ways. If the answer is quiet, do not force it. If the path is not clear, do not punish yourself. Life is not trying to confuse you. Sometimes it is teaching you to trust one breath, one choice, one morning at a time. There is a soft power in believing that you are not alone inside this season, not alone in your healing, not alone in your waiting, not alone in your questions, not alone in your return to peace. The same life that carried you through days you did not know how to face is still here. The same breath that came to you during the night is still here. The same quiet love that helped you continue is still here. Even if you cannot feel it strongly today, it is near. Let your heart become open to quiet support. A helpful word, a peaceful thought, a sudden rest, a better choice, a small door, a simple blessing, a little courage, a gentle feeling that says, keep going. These are not small when the heart has been heavy. These are the ways life begins to soften the season. These are the ways the universe whispers before it opens a wider road. The heavy season may have made you believe that help must look a certain way, but let life surprise you. Let support come in forms your fear did not expect. Let peace come before the full answer. Let strength come through rest. Let a closed door become protection. Let a delay become preparation. Let a quiet day become healing. Let a small breath become a beginning. Life has many ways to hold you. Life is still supporting me in quiet and beautiful ways. The season is loosening. The heart is breathing. The old weight is not as permanent as it once felt. Something kind is moving in the unseen. Something gentle is returning to your inner world. You may not see the whole change yet, but you can choose to stop living as if nothing loving is happening. You can choose to say, even here, life is with me. Even now, support is near. Even in this quiet, something is working softly for my good. The new version of you is beginning to rise, even if you do not fully recognize yourself yet. This new version may not arrive loudly. It may not arrive with a sudden bold feeling. It may not arrive as a perfect new life. It may arrive as a quiet refusal to keep abandoning yourself. It may arrive as a deeper breath before you answer. It may arrive as a soft voice that says, I cannot keep carrying this the same way. It may arrive as the courage to rest. It may arrive as the wish to love yourself more honestly. This is how the new self often begins, not as a performance, but as a return. You are not who you were when this season began. You may still have tender places. You may still have questions. You may still feel tired sometimes, but something in you has changed. You have seen more. You have felt more. You have learned where you gave too much, where you held too tightly, where you forgot yourself, where you needed softer care. You may not have wanted the lessons to come this way, and that is understandable. But still, something wise has been growing inside you. I am not who I was when this season began. I am softer, wiser, and stronger now. Let those words meet you gently. I am not who I was when this season began. I am softer, wiser, and stronger now. Stronger does not mean harder. Stronger does not mean closed. Stronger does not mean, and you never cry, never feel, never need help, never feel afraid. Real strength may look like softness that does not abandon itself. Real strength may look like knowing when to let go. Real strength may look like choosing peace over old pain. Real strength may look like speaking kindly to yourself after years of harsh thoughts. The heavy season may have taught you what you do not want to carry anymore. That is wisdom. It may have shown you that you cannot keep saying yes when your heart is begging for rest. It may have shown you that you cannot keep chasing what leaves you empty. It may have shown you that you cannot keep blaming yourself for things that needed compassion. It may have shown you that you cannot keep using fear as your guide. These lessons are not punishments. They are signs that your soul is ready for a better way. Maybe the new version of you is the one who stops rushing to fix everyone else's feelings. Maybe the new version of you is the one who rests before breaking. Maybe the new version of you is the one who no longer explains your worth to people who do not want to see it. Maybe the new version of you is the one who lets a closed door stay closed. Maybe the new version of you is the one who says, I deserve peace too. These may seem like simple changes, but they are deep. They show that you are no longer willing to live as if your heart does not matter. You may feel strange as this new version rises. Sometimes healing feels unfamiliar before it feels peaceful. If you have been used to worry, calm may feel unusual. If you have been used to giving too much, boundaries may feel uncomfortable. If you have been used to blaming yourself, kindness may feel awkward. If you have been used to carrying everything alone, receiving support may feel new. This does not mean the new way is wrong. It means your body is learning a different rhythm. Be patient. The new self needs repetition. The new self needs practice. The new self needs your trust. I am not who I was when this season began. I am softer, wiser, and stronger now. You are softer because you know pain does not need more pain. You are wiser because you can see some patterns more clearly. You are stronger because you are still here, but you are no longer willing to survive in the old way forever. You are beginning to understand that peace is not weakness. Gentleness is not weakness. Rest is not weakness. Letting go is not weakness. Loving yourself is not selfish. These are signs of growth. The new version of you may not need the same things the old version needed. The old version may have needed approval to feel safe. The new version may need truth. The old version may have needed control to feel calm. The new version may need trust. The old version may have needed to be chosen by someone else. The new version may need to choose yourself. The old version may have needed every answer before moving. The new version may be willing to take one step in faith. This is growth. This is the inner season changing. Do not be afraid if some people do not understand the new you right away. When you stop carrying the old weight, the people who were used to you carrying it may notice. When you stop saying yes to everything, some may not understand. When you stop explaining yourself so much, some may wonder what changed. When you choose peace, some may think you are different, and you are different. That is not something to fear. It is something to honor. You are becoming more honest with your own heart. The heavy season may have taken much from you, but it did not take your ability to rise. It may have tired you, but it did not remove your light. It may have made your heart quiet, but it did not destroy your love. It may have slowed you down, but it did not stop life from moving through you. You are rising now in a softer way, not to prove anything, not to show anyone, not to become perfect. You are rising because your soul is ready to breathe outside the old weight. This rising may feel like a small choice today, a choice to get out of bed with more kindness, a choice to drink water and care for your body, a choice not to replay the old hurt again and again, a choice to say, I will not speak to myself that way today, a choice to leave one burden in the hands of life, a choice to believe that your heart is not too damaged to receive peace. These choices are the steps of the new you. They may be quiet, but they are powerful. I am not who I was when this season began. I am softer, wiser, and stronger now. Say this to the part of you that still feels tired. Say it to the part of you that wonders if anything has changed. Say it to the part of you that is afraid to hope. You do not need to be fully healed to be growing. You do not need to feel brave every day to be strong. You do not need to have everything figured out to be moving forward. The fact that you are learning to love yourself in the middle of it all is already a new life beginning inside you. The new version of you is not built from perfection. It is built from honest returns. Returning to peace after fear, returning to love after self-blame, returning to breath after tension, returning to truth after pretending, returning to yourself after years of giving yourself away. This is sacred work. It does not always look big from the outside, but inside, it changes everything. Maybe the old season taught you boundaries, not hard walls that block all love, but gentle doors that protect your peace. Maybe it taught you to listen to the body. Maybe it taught you that rest is a need, not a reward. Maybe it taught you that love should not require you to lose yourself. Maybe it taught you that waiting does not mean you are forgotten. Maybe it taught you that your heart can break open and still become more loving. These lessons are becoming part of the new you. You are allowed to carry wisdom without carrying bitterness. You are allowed to bear what happened without letting it close your heart. You are allowed to become more careful and still remain loving. You are allowed to become stronger and still stay tender. The new version of you does not need to become cold to be safe. It can become clear. It can become calm. It can become grounded. It can become loving with boundaries. It can become open without giving itself away. I am not who I was when this season began. I am softer, wiser, and stronger now. Let this be a blessing over your growth. Do not wait for the world to clap before you honor how far you have come. You know what it took to keep going. You know the nights you had to breathe through. You know the mornings you had to begin again. You know the silent battles. You know the old patterns you are trying not to repeat. Honor that. Your growth counts, even if no one sees the full story. The new version of you may still need time. Let it. A flower does not blame itself for opening slowly. A sunrise does not rush because someone is impatient. The heart should not be forced into a new season before it feels safe. You can rise slowly. You can grow gently. You can take one step, then rest. You can learn, then try again. You can become new without attacking who you used to be. The old version of you deserves compassion. The new version of you deserves support. There is something beautiful about becoming softer after pain. It means the pain did not turn your heart into stone. It means you are choosing love again, but with more wisdom. It means you are not letting the heavy season take away the best part of you. Your softness is not proof that you are weak. It is proof that your heart still knows how to live. Your wisdom is not proof that you are afraid. It is proof that you have learned to listen. Your strength is not proof that you have never fallen. It is proof that you rose and you are still rising. So let the new you rise without pressure. Let it rise through one peaceful choice. Let it rise through one honest boundary. Let it rise through one kind thought. Let it rise through one deep breath. Let it rise through one moment of not returning to the old pain. Let it rise through your willingness to believe that a softer life can still find you. This is enough for today. The heavy season is loosening because you are no longer the same person standing inside it. You are beginning to meet life differently. You are beginning to speak to yourself differently. You are beginning to trust that you can release what is too heavy and still be safe. You are beginning to remember that your heart is not only a place where pain has lived. It is also a place where peace can return. I am not who I was when this season began. I am softer, wiser, and stronger now. Let that sentence become a mirror for your soul. Look gently, see the growth, see the courage, see the quiet change, see the heart that is learning to breathe again. You are rising, not with noise, but with grace, not with force, but with love, not by becoming someone else, but by coming home to the truest part of yourself. Today, do not try to heal your whole life. Do not try to fix every feeling. Do not try to understand every lesson. Do not try to become a completely new person before the day is over. Begin with one small loving practice, one breath, one sentence, one gentle question, one moment where you treat your heart as if it matters. Healing becomes easier when it is simple enough for the body to receive. One loving breath can begin a new chapter inside me. Let that be your thought. One loving breath can begin a new chapter inside me. Not because one breath changes every outer detail, but because one breath can change how you meet this moment. One breath can interrupt the old fear. One breath can soften the body. One breath can remind the heart that it is not alone. One breath can bring you back from the past and out of the imagined future. One breath can say, "Here I am. I am safe enough to begin again." If it feels natural, place one hand on your heart. Let your hand be warm and simple. You do not have to make this spiritual in a dramatic way. You do not have to do it perfectly. Just let the heart feel your presence. Let the body know you are here. Take one slow breath and say, "This season is loosening. I do not have to carry it all today." Say it slowly. This season is loosening. I do not have to carry it all today. Let the sentence be soft. Let it be kind. Let it be enough. You do not have to carry it all today. You may have responsibilities, yes. You may have things to do, yes. You may have decisions, feelings, and questions, yes. But you do not have to carry the whole weight of your past, your future, your fear, your healing, and everyone else's needs in this one day. Today, you can carry only what is yours for this moment. Today, you can put down what belongs to yesterday. Today, you can stop lifting tomorrow before it arrives. Today, you can return to the small, gentle truth of this breath. Ask your heart, what is one thing you need from me today? Then listen. Do not force the answer. Do not judge the answer. Do not demand something big. Maybe your heart needs rest. Maybe it needs quiet. Maybe it needs a walk. Maybe it needs tears. Maybe it needs forgiveness. Maybe it needs you to stop checking what hurts. Maybe it needs a meal eaten slowly. Maybe it needs you to say no. Maybe it needs you to stop repeating the old story. Maybe it needs one sentence, "I am here with you. Whatever comes, receive it gently. This is a simple practice, but it can change the way you live inside yourself. Most people ask, "What do I need to do today?" That question can be useful, but the heart also needs another question. What do I need to receive today? What do I need to release today? What do I need to hear today? When you ask these questions, you begin to become your own safe place. You stop treating your heart like a machine. You begin treating it like something alive, tender, and worthy of care. One loving breath can begin a new chapter inside me. Let your breath become the beginning of a softer agreement. You are no longer agreeing to attack yourself in every difficult moment. You are no longer agreeing to carry pain without listening to it. You are no longer agreeing to make fear your only guide. You are choosing one breath of love, one breath of patience, one breath of return. This is how the new chapter begins, not with pressure, with presence. You can practice this in the morning before the day becomes loud, before the phone, before the messages, before the list, before the mind begins collecting fear. Place your hand on your heart and say, "This season is loosening. I do not have to carry it all today." Then ask, "What does my heart need from me today?" Let the answer be simple. If the answer is peace, choose one peaceful action. If the answer is rest, give yourself a little rest. If the answer is courage, take one honest step. If the answer is release, put one old thought down. You can practice this in the middle of the day when the weight returns. Maybe something triggers you. Maybe the mind begins to rush. Maybe the body tightens. Maybe the old sadness rises. Pause if you can. Take one breath. Let the shoulders soften. Say, "I do not have to go back into the old season with my whole heart. I can meet this moment with love." This is powerful. It means the old feeling can appear without becoming your whole life again. You can practice this at night before sleep. The night can be a tender time because the mind becomes quiet and the heart remembers what it carried through the day. Do not end the night by blaming yourself. Do not give your body fear as the last message. Place your hand on your heart and say, "I carried what I could today. I release what is not mine to hold tonight. My heart is safe to rest." Let the body hear you. Let the mind soften. Let the heart know that sleep does not have to be another place where worry works all night. One loving breath can begin a new chapter inside me. If you feel sadness, breathe and say, "I am here." If you feel fear, breathe and say, "I am safe in this moment." If you feel guilt, breathe and say, "I am learning to forgive myself." If you feel tired, breathe and say, "I allow rest." If you feel alone, breathe and say, "Life is with me and I am with myself." These simple words may not remove every feeling at once, but they stop you from adding more pain. They give the heart a place to rest. The practice is not about pretending. If your heart feels heavy, You do not need to say it is light. If you feel sad, you do not need to say you are happy. If you feel afraid, you do not need to shame the fear. You only need to bring love into what is already here. You can say, "This is sadness, and I can meet it with kindness. This is fear, and I can breathe with it. This is tiredness, and I can listen." This is real healing, not hiding from yourself. Not forcing joy, but becoming a loving presence for your own heart. Ask your heart, "What do you need from me today?" Maybe the heart says, "Stop rushing me," then move slower where you can. Maybe it says, "Stop blaming me," then speak more kindly. Maybe it says, "Let me feel," then let a few tears come. Maybe it says, "Choose peace," then step away from the old noise. Maybe it says, "Trust life," then loosen your grip around one thing you cannot control. Your heart may be quiet at first. That is okay. Keep asking gently. A heart that has been ignored may need time to trust that you are truly listening. This practice can also help you release what is not yours. Ask, "What am I carrying today that does not belong to me?" Maybe you are carrying someone else's mood. Maybe you are carrying old shame. Maybe you are carrying pressure to be perfect. Maybe you are carrying fear about a future that has not arrived. Maybe you are carrying guilt for needing rest. Breathe and say, "I return this weight to life. I keep only what is mine to hold with love." Let the body soften as much as it can. One loving breath can begin a new chapter inside me. Let this breath be a doorway. On one side is the old way, rushing, blaming, holding, fearing, pushing, pretending. On the other side is a softer way, breathing, listening, releasing, trusting, choosing, resting. You do not need to cross the whole doorway in one step. Just lean toward the softer way. Choose it for one breath, then choose it again when you remember. If the day becomes difficult, do not say the practice failed. The practice is not meant to make life perfect. It is meant to help you return to yourself inside life. The old season may try to pull your attention. The old fear may speak. The old pain may rise. But now you have a way back, hand on heart. One breath, one sentence, one question. This season is loosening. I do not have to carry it all today. What does my heart need from me now? This is enough. This is sacred enough. You may want to write the sentence somewhere you can see it. I do not have to carry it all today. Let it be a reminder on hard mornings. Let it be a note beside your bed. Let it be a whisper when your mind becomes loud. Let it be the gentle voice that interrupts the old pressure. You do not need many words. Sometimes one sentence can become a safe room inside the mind. One loving breath can begin a new chapter inside me. The new chapter begins when you stop treating yourself like the problem. It begins when you stop believing that healing must be harsh. It begins when you become curious about what your heart needs. It begins when you choose one act of care instead of one more act of self-abandonment. It begins when you let the heart breathe without asking it to be perfect. So today, choose one small act of love. Not 10, not a whole list. 1. Rest for 5 minutes. Drink water. Step outside. Write one honest line. Forgive yourself or one small thing. Stop one old thought. Say no to one thing that drains you. Say yes to one thing that brings peace. Let the act be simple enough that you can do it with a tired heart. Simple acts done with love can become powerful over time. Your heart does not need you to perform healing. It needs you to practice care. It needs you to return. It needs you to listen. It needs you to stop making pain a reason to punish yourself. It needs one loving breath, then another. One gentle question, then another. One small release, then another. And little by little, the heavy season loosens, because your inner world is no longer being held together by fear. It is being held by love. One loving breath can begin a new chapter inside me. This is the practice. This is the beginning. This is the way your heart learns that it is safe to breathe again. Let these words settle now. Do not rush them. Do not turn them into another task. Let them come near your heart like warm light. You do not have to force yourself to believe every word perfectly today. You only need to let the words be kind to you. A tired heart does not need pressure. It needs comfort. A heavy heart does not need judgment. It needs space. A healing heart does not need to hurry. It needs love that returns again and again. The heavy season is loosening. Say it slowly inside yourself. The heavy season is loosening. The weight that felt permanent is beginning to soften. The fear that felt so loud is beginning to lose power. The old pain that took so much space is beginning to move. You may not see the whole change yet, but something is changing. Something is opening. Something is making room for peace. My heart is safe to breathe again. My heart is safe to breathe again. I do not have to hold my breath until everything is perfect. I do not have to wait for every answer before I allow one moment of calm. I do not have to carry the whole past in my chest. I let my heart breathe now, gently, slowly, in the way it can. I release what my soul is ready to release. I do not force. I do not fight. I do not shame myself for what still feels tender. I simply open my hands a little. I let life take what is too heavy for me today. I release one layer of fear. I release one layer of self-blame. I release one layer of pressure. I release one old story that no longer needs to guide my life. I welcome peace in simple ways. I welcome peace through one breath. I welcome peace through one kind thought. I welcome peace through rest. I welcome peace through a softer morning. I welcome peace through a quiet no. I welcome peace through a loving yes. I welcome peace through the small moments that remind me life is still with me. I trust that life is gently opening a new path for me. I do not need to see the whole road today. I do not need to know every step. I trust the next breath. I trust the next right choice. I trust the quiet support that comes when I stop holding everything, with fear. I trust that what is meant to bring peace will meet me in the right way. The heavy season is loosening, and I am allowed to loosen with it. I am allowed to stop living as if I must be ready for pain at every moment. I am allowed to rest my shoulders. I am allowed to soften my jaw. I am allowed to let my body know that this moment is safe enough to breathe. I am allowed to stop being hard on myself for having a tender heart. I am not behind. I am not forgotten. I am not outside the love of life. The timing of my healing does not make me less worthy. The length of the season does not mean I have failed. The heaviness I carried does not mean I am weak. I am a human heart learning to breathe again, and that is sacred. I forgive myself for the ways I survived. I forgive myself for what I did not know. I forgive myself for staying too long in fear. I forgive myself for blaming my own heart. I forgive myself for needing time. I forgive myself for being human. I choose to meet myself with more love now. My body is allowed to feel safe. My breath is allowed to deepen. My heart is allowed to soften. My mind is allowed to rest. I do not need to solve everything tonight. I do not need to carry every question into sleep. I can place this season in the hands of life and let my body receive peace. I am becoming softer in the best way. Softer does not mean weaker. Softer means I am no longer fighting myself. Softer means I am no longer making pain my home. Softer means I am learning to receive love without fear. Softer means I am allowing the heart to live again. I am becoming wiser in a peaceful way. I can see what no longer serves me. I can honor my limits. I can choose what protects my peace. I can listen to my body. I can trust my heart. I can let the old season teach me without letting it control me. I am becoming stronger in a gentle way. I do not need to harden to be safe. I do not need to close my heart to be wise. I do not need to carry everything alone to prove my worth. My strength is in my return to love. My strength is in my breath. My strength is in the way I keep choosing peace. Life is still supporting me in quiet and beautiful ways. Even when I cannot see everything, I can trust that something loving is moving. Even when the answer is not here yet, I can trust the next step. Even when the heart feels tired, I can trust that rest is part of healing. Even when the season feels slow, I can trust that slow change is still change. I do not have to carry it all today. I do not have to carry every old memory. I do not have to carry every future fear. I do not have to carry every person's needs. I do not have to carry every answer. I carry only this breath, this moment, this small act of love. My heart can breathe again. My heart can breathe after pain. My heart can breathe after waiting. My heart can breathe after disappointment. My heart can breathe after caring too much. My heart can breathe even if it opens slow. And my heart can breathe because life is still here. May your mind become softer. May it stop chasing every fear. May it stop turning every question into pain. May it learn to rest in the present moment. May it receive thoughts that bring peace instead of pressure. May it remember that not everything needs to be solved before you can be kind to yourself. May your body feel safe enough to relax. May your shoulders release what they have held for too long. May your chest open gently. May your breath become slower. May your hands unclench. May your body know that it does not have to carry yesterday and tomorrow all at once. May your heart remember that good is still possible. Not forced good, not fake good, not the kind of good that denies your pain. Real good, gentle good, quiet good. The good of peace returning, the good of rest, the good of a softer thought, the good of feeling supported by life again. May you notice the little signs, the quiet openings, the small moments of peace, the simple blessings that come without noise. A calm breath, a kind word, a helpful thought, a moment of sunlight, a night of rest, a feeling that you are not as heavy as before. Let these little signs count. Let them remind you that the new season is beginning softly. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. You are not outside the love of life. The heavy season may have been long, but it is not stronger than the love that is still alive in you. It may have changed you, but it did not destroy you. It may have slowed you down, but it did not end your path. You are still becoming. You are still opening. You are still held by something gentle and wise. Let your heart breathe again. Not someday. Not only when life is perfect. Not only when every answer comes. Let it breathe now in this simple moment. Let it breathe with all its tenderness. Let it breathe with all its hope. Let it breathe with all the love it still carries. The heavy season is loosening, and life is making room for something softer. As this heavy season loosens, do not rush to become someone new overnight. Let the new season meet you gently. Let peace return in simple ways. Let healing be slow if it needs to be slow. Let your heart open only as much as it feels safe to open today. You do not need to prove that you are healed. You do not need to explain your process. You do not need to make your pain look pretty. You only need to keep choosing love where you once chose fear, breath where you once chose pressure, and kindness where you once chose blame. The heaviness you carried was real. Honor it. Do not deny it. Do not pretend it was nothing. But also remember that it is not the whole of you. There is more life inside you than this season could take. There is more peace waiting for you than your fear can see. There is more love moving toward you than the old pain wants you to believe. A tender heart can still receive. A tired body can still rest. A confused mind can stay. I'll find quiet. A heavy season can still loosen. So let this be the truth you carry forward. This season is loosening. I do not have to carry it all today. My heart is safe to breathe again. Return to that sentence when the old weight tries to come back. Return to it in the morning. Return to it at night. Return to it when you feel unsure. Return to it when your heart needs a soft place to land. You are not starting over from nothing. You are starting from wisdom. You are starting from strength. You are starting from all the love that survived inside you. Let life meet you there. Let the universe guide you softly. Let your heart breathe little by little until breathing feels natural again. The heavy season is finally loosening, and a softer chapter is beginning to open within you.